Okay, I think I went from starting soon to streaming. Let's see that it's up on screen. Perfect. All right. Awesome. All right, where is everyone? Oh, I see a
Yeah,
little.
let's check audio on this. Make sure you can hear us.
Hey, War Raven.
Oh,
How do you pronounce it? War Raven? War Raven?
yes, it is pronounced Warhaven.
War Raven.
Hmm
Howdy.
What's the inspiration behind that name?
So I play a lot of D&D. My first few characters I used to always play was always a female warrior type, so I always named her Aven. So I decided to actually make a male version, and I came up with Warhaven that way. I was like, you know what? Let's just stick a war in front of it and call it a day. I know, lack of imagination. I am terrible at naming things.
I love it.
So and that one kind of stuck, and now I have my own little persona about it and everything. Actually, on my Twitch, should be a picture of my cute little dry koi I made. It's a dragon like koi, half dragon, half werewolf cat, basically.
Love it. That's awesome, man. Do you have a build up here that you want to take us to or show off or build down on the world below?
I do not yet. My
No,
house
no
is
worries.
just a block building right now. But I have been looking around at the Lego pieces, so I have a few. I am a terrible builder, but
No
I
worries.
have some few ideas. Now I actually got to see a few other people's designs.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm itching to use these new pieces, so I'm putting them in my build bar currently, and then I'm gonna go find a cozy place and make something cool. You guys want to build something together?
I'll definitely tag along. I definitely want to check out these new pieces for
Awesome.
sure.
Perfect. Okay, let me move these into my bar. Oh yeah, I'll use the cube. Half pillar. I'll use the whole pillar. Ooh, windows. Yep, want some of that. Yeah, I think that's good for now. Sweet. Okay. Actually, who do we have around here? We've got Giga's over in his welcome center. It looks like. Let's go say hi to him, and then we'll go find a spot. Here, War Raven, follow me. This. Wait, which way am I going? Actually, follow me into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown. All right, I think it's this way. We'll figure it out. It's funny. I thought I would see
Oh,
it
we've
more.
even got fences.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I'm all about the fences. It really works well for like if you have a balcony
Yeah,
or something like that. Hmm?
remember that time I made you that cake? And that very update changed the fences from solid to have windows in them. So your cake had windows in it.
I may remember something similar. All right, let me. Oh, jeez, Lotus is poning me over here. Okay, we've got War Raven, Lotus. Wait, Giga, are you on top of the build?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll come down.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I could climb up the sides to get up to you. Actually, we need more stamina. Gemini's somewhere here. Let's see, who else do we have? Sweet. Okay. Actually, War Raven, have you found a spot off the floating island that you think is cool to build in?
I have not yet. The
Okay.
only place I have experienced is a little bit of the desert and a little bit of the frost area.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go find a place together. Actually, do you know there's an updraft in the city?
No, I did not know that.
Ooh. All right, let me show you. Here we go. All right, let's see. Can we climb up? I'm gonna climb up this. But yeah, anyone who is in Twitch, welcome. We are going to be streaming for at least an hour, and we're gonna go and find a cool place to build, and then use some of the new cottage pieces, and may delve into some of the tutorial updates and improvements and things like that as well. But okay, so War Raven, what's gonna happen is you're going to glide into the center of the city, and as soon as you get into the city with your glider open, the rings that are rotating above us are going to stop, and they're going to create an aperture for you to go up through the middle. But you have to sort of finagle yourself into the middle, because if you don't, you're going to hit it and fall. So,
Alright.
yeah. And your stamina will go up while you're inside updrafts. So we're going to have to use our stamina to go, let's say, south. Yeah, let's go south. And try and hit those mountains before we lose our stamina.
Alrighty.
Here we go. Woo!
Don't think I made that. Alright. Try that again.
No worries. All right, I am going to go to the left lower pillar, and I'll give you coordinates in just a second. Okay, I glided to -38 and 15.
Alrighty.
Skadoosh. Hey, Skadoosh. Welcome. Wait, Gemini, what do you mean the elevator? We are live. Thank you, Kyle. Oh, the spheres. Yeah, gotcha. War Raven, did you manage to get into it?
I don't think so. Sorry, I'm just gonna walk over. Be a lot faster.
Okay.
I seem to be. It decides to glitch right there
Mhm.
for me. It's probably because I'm doing both streaming and playing.
Okay.
Sadly, my computer's not too keen about that sometimes.
No worries.
But you said it was. What was the directions again? Sorry.
I am at -38 and 16.
All right.
Gem, I would appreciate if you did move it somewhere else, if you would, please. Thank you. I don't want you to get rid of it for sure, but if you would just move it, that'd be great. Here, let me come in.
Hello.
Oh, who's that? Is that Zoot?
Zoot.
Heyo. How you doing, man?
I'm alright.
Good.
It's better than last weekend.
Good. That's what we want, man. Better than yesterday is fine. All right, let me come and see if I can find War Raven. Zoot, are you jumping in?
I literally just clocked out of work, so it's gotta just take me a moment here.
For sure. Let's see. Oh, I think I found you. In the middle of goblins. Heyo. I'm right behind you, War Raven.
Nope.
Bloop. Oh, we've got goblin friends. Run. I'll pick up some berries on my way. I think it's going to be fastest for us to go this way. Shoot the gap. Oh, don't fall into the water.
Okay. I am somewhere.
Turn that somewhere into right next to us, Sid. We got you.
Let's see. It looks like I'm at -76, 287.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. The 287. We'll try to... Here, we're coming south from the city, and we have not left the floating island yet, but we are about to, so we'll glide in your direction.
Okay, because apparently, I guess I decided to go east the last time I was on.
Wait, did you say the east was negative?
No, east was positive.
East is positive. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So I see the island, but I'm in the desert in the in the east.
Gotcha. Okay. Actually, War Raven, here, let me friend you real quick.
Oh, did the friends reset?
Reset?
I have no friends. What happened?
You should have friend.
Oh, yeah, mine's did too. Yeah, age is. I added a re-add again. That's weird.
Huh. We'll look into it. It's working for me as far as I can see. All right, where are you guys? Are you guys just behind this building here? Hey. Here, follow me south.
It almost became dangerous.
All right, fingers crossed we no longer have the gliding bug going off the island. I think that's been fixed. All right, War Raven, you ready?
I am ready.
Woo!
Oh, get some more stun on my back. Now I'm ready.
All right, keep going south and east.
Trying to head a little bit west here, just to.
Okay, we should be on a collision course. All right, I'm jumping up and down where I landed. I might have had a little bit of a freeze there. Okay, we're back. Sweet. All right, let's see where you guys are. All right, War Raven, I'm coming to you.
Heading that way. Looks like I do still have that lovely bug.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
So give
here.
me
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
What was the bug doing?
The bug is when you open your glider in the downdraft, when you touch the ground, you'll, I think, be infinity falling, and your glider will still be open, even though your hands aren't like holding onto it. So all you have to do is log out and log back in, but it's a pain. It didn't happen for me, so it was fixed on my end, but it seems to still be happening to War Raven. War Raven, did you just exit the game?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was just adjusting my volume because the was extremely loud.
War Raven, have you updated to the latest build?
I did log in dispute. Let me go ahead and log. We'll save and quit, and we'll just go ahead and do just in case. Hold on.
Yeah, definitely go and take a look manually to update it with the little gear icon in the launcher. Yeah, Giga, thank you for the call out.
Yeah, because looks like it was running a 471, 1471. So let's just check update.
Okay, yeah, we're on 148.
All right. Update to update available. Yes.
I got stuck in a tree on my horse.
What are you doing in a tree on your horse?
I was trying to jump across a ravine.
I can make it!
All right, so I should be downloading that right now.
Perfect.
I probably logged in too soon. That's probably why.
Oh, it's all good. Just want to make sure you're all updated.
Going in and out of this desert is a little painful.
Going in. Oh, you mean the downdraft?
No, the borders between the biomes of this desert biome that's to the east.
Why is it painful? Is it steep?
It is terribly steep in
Oh,
places.
gotcha. Yeah, Gemini's starting to build with the new cottage pieces. Oftentimes what I do when there's about to be a really steep area is I'll just like build a staircase going really high up and then glide to the top of the steep area.
Mhm.
All right, let's get War Raven
Just
back in here.
bookmark a blueprint called Zeal Special Elevator.
Exactly. Oh, whoa! Wow, Gem, is this chrome? This looks sick. Polished silver. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm super excited we got not only the new pieces, but new forms to put all of our existing materials onto now. Super cool looking. Yeah, and Gem, with the wall pieces now, if you just rotate them 180 degrees, it's a different pattern on the other side, so you can sort of give your builds more texture now. Oh, there's a little build over here. I'm gonna go check it out. Whose place is this? Darklender. That's a cool name. Whee. Oh, shoo, that was close. War Raven, where are you on the download? Is it going to take a while?
It's almost there.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I'm about probably got what, maybe another 15, 20% more, 82%. So yeah.
Oh, awesome.
But while I'm waiting, Zeal, you said you had your own Discord.
Oh,
what
yeah.
is your Discord name? I will gladly add you.
Yeah, I am Zeal on Discord. Oh, wait, we're talking
I mean,
in
not
that
Discord. Sorry, Twitch.
Twitch.
You
Oh,
said you were streaming.
yes. Okay, go to the general chat in the Discord, and Kyle posted at 11:55. Reminder to anyone interested, that is the Twitch link.
All right.
Yeah, and please feel free to go and post a link to yours as well, and people can just bounce back and forth. What are you finding out, Gemini? I see you working through something.
Oh, you're on my map now.
Oh, Zoot, where are you?
Just slightly north of you.
I'm zooming out.
Oh, I wasn't looking at that map because somehow we're not on. I don't see your name on it, but I see you. Like that. I'm in the middle of that river, just
Oh.
north of you.
Just north of us.
The physics-defying river.
Huh. Well, I'll see you shortly. I don't see you. Here, actually. I'll give War Raven a way to come on up easily.
Well, let's see. Skeleton Knight. Boss Scout. There's more just south.
Oh, there you are, Zed. I see you.
Yeah. See, I come in my signature horse.
Very nice.
Then all you need to do now is just make it slightly more emissive.
So to makes the area glow, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, what did that wall do to you, Gem?
Yeah, come on, Joe.
Gem's clothes has a weird texture flickering thing, though.
I know it's been on our backlog for a while, but it has eluded us, unfortunately. I don't think it flickers like that when we're playing an editor. There we go. Nice. Cubes have the same rotation as the cube you're snapping to. Oh, Jem, thank you for the call out. We will add that to our to-do for this coming week. I think your giggle means you called it out earlier, and I think I remember that.
No. I just hold on. Make sure it's I'm climbing up the stairs
Oh,
instead of walking up the stairs. The
Great.
new cottage stairs.
awesome.
But it's much more noticeable at a higher scale. I'm doing scale 3 just so I can see everything better. Like +3.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Actually, hey Zook, can you jump off of your horse and then jump back on? I want to see something real quick.
Okay, I'm here, and then jump off.
Uh-huh.
And then jump on.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think you were replicating poorly when you were coming in from a different area. Pretty good guy. Nice. Those particles are fun. All right. Warraven, we are gonna move south into this mountain area right now, but we won't go very far. I just want to scout out for a cool building spot.
No problem.
All right.
I'm almost there. Looks like I'm at 85 of 100 files extracted.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'm gonna glide this way. Into the unknown.
Nay.
Is there a build over here already? By Jove, there is. Who is this? All right, let's see. Howdy to anyone coming in. Oh, hey, Callum. How you doing? Let me see if I can invite you to speak. Looks like you already are. Howdy. Is there anyone else? Nikhil, Drebin, Cyberdwee, Gem. Perfect.
Hey,
Heyo. How you doing?
not too bad, man. Yourself?
Good, man. All right, let's. Oh, Callum, are you in game?
I'm not. I'm actually doing something else at the moment, so I'm just listening in.
Okay, no worries. I will show you building with some of the new building pieces, and then I'll go back to the island to show you some tutorial stuff that I was talking with you about. But let's see, is this
Awesome.
Yeah. How you been?
Yeah, busy, very busy.
I know that life. All right, let's pick. I think this is a nice spot. This will show them off well. All right, let's make a new reliquary. Which one do I want to replace? I'm gonna replace the tundra. Giga, are you building with the new stuff?
I am.
What do you think?
Great so far, though I may not entirely be feeling the walls
The walls?
on the exterior.
What would you rather?
I would probably want more of a stone look at this point because everything else, but it's not bad. It's just
No,
I would probably like build up around that.
I totally hear you. We actually have a whole other building set coming that is going to be all stone castle.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna put down some stuff rapidly. Guys, feel free to come and add to this, whatever you like.
But if I take this and rotate it 90 degrees, and then I scale it, okay. Should work.
Oh god, it's so refreshing to be building with new pieces.
This fine-tuning HUD is so great. Like, old timers know, okay? we know how it was.
In the before times. Oh god.
How much of my feedback was focused on the rotation. and how like jank it was.
Oh
Uh,
god, you don't need to tell me twice.
yeah, I was gonna say Callum knows all about that before times. Oh god.
I'm a veteran. I lived this.
I know more about the before times than I ever wanted to know.
I
The
have fever dreams still.
stretchy bore eye twitches. What is the? Oh my god, this door is still opening the wrong way. No.
I have invented stone walls.
Oh,
Yes. I just
with the
took a
cubes.
foundation piece,
Ooh.
and I just took it and descaled it on the Y. I guess it's the Y, the vertical, to the minimum, and then rotated it, and
Oh,
now I have. It's
I love it.
working.
I love it. Necessity is the mother of invention.
This looks. Hold on. I have to rotate it, but I can just do that with a simple mouse click now. And everything just kind of scowls itself. Now there won't be any windows because that's not a thing, but
No sunlight for you.
actually using this I could, yes, I can move my reliquary to the side and put it in the wall.
Oh, these new pieces are fun. Oh, I love it. Alright, let's see. Alright, let me get some...
I do have to, sorry, I do have to line all this up by hand, so it works. It's just not, it's probably not going to be absolutely perfect. But
Yeah, no worries. And definitely call out the issues with it, because we'll get them sorted out this coming week.
oh, yeah, I didn't consider that aspect of what I was doing. If I minimize the scale for the reliquary on the Y, it will reduce the bubble size equivalently, which is very suboptimal. Okay,
This...
well, it'll be okay.
Alright, let's see how cottagey this looks. Alright.
Sorry, Walls, you have to go. It's not you, it's me.
Let's see, a little...
On my end, you're actively being attacked by a bear.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sad about that replication, but I'm glad that it's not happening.
In an alternate timeline, Zeal has been brutally mauled by a bear and is now on the floating island, or reliquary.
Ineffectually being mauled by a bear.
Ineffectually being pulled. I'm glad I'm in this reality. I'll take that. Let me do what's gonna look best here. I think getting rid of these guys.
Okay, I can. Of course, this tree is in the way.
Yeah, wow, this... Oh, being able to build with new pieces is such a breath of fresh air. This is great. Let's go on up here.
I'm just waiting for someone to be like, to come up to me, like, and be like, yeah, so before there was this feature, and I'm like, do not cite the deep alphas to me.
The deep alphas.
Yeah, I was like,
For I was there when they were written. Whoa, wait, what? Zoot, is this you over here around the tree?
Maybe.
I love it. Super cool. All right, let's get... What do I need over here?
What you should do is when there's these little build sessions, you put a chest and it's filled with sandwiches for lunch breaks.
I love it. Oh no, my roof! Oh, hold on. Do that. I'm not going to keep that permanently. Get the large roof up. Alright. Okay, now, if I want to snap it to this, I should select this piece first. Next. Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks to our Taj Mahal shenanigans, Callum. Turn this way. There we go. Alright, do I have any slanted pieces here? I do! Perfect. Nice. Oh, I like how it did. Matt did such a good job. And Maria. Not Maria, Vicky. Alright, let's see. Turn that. Turn that. Sweet. I'll get rid of this guy. Accidentally aggroed Vyne. You chased me all the way to the city. That was terrifying. Yeah, his like stepping is really terrifying now. Here, let me delete this guy for a moment. There instead. We'll do a little walk around tour of the inside here. God, that was fun. Okay. Shift. All right. Toggle to walk, and we'll do a little crib tour. Hear people building all around me. Oh, is this a skylight or is this an attic? Ah, okay, wait. We can make an attic. Hold on. Hey-o. Last Arch. Yo, Big Jerk, hello. All right, let me Where should I put the... Actually, does this have anything behind it? It does not. Perfect. Okay. Let me get a staircase. I'll do this one. So let's do wall. Staircase. Floor. Perfect. Very nice. Yeah, I'm really liking these new pieces. Let me...
so you said there were a few that were coming next week.
Oh, a lot. A lot of them. So the ones that are coming next week are the round, the circular pieces, or curved pieces, and then we even have more coming that have never been in the game before. We have lots of trim pieces and a couple of other stylish additions and things like that.
Sounds good.
Let me put a board down here for a moment so I can snap this.
This style's very tax day, but better, faster.
Yeah, we definitely have needed this sort of like cottage look in game because the white and gold was nice. It was quick to implement, but it definitely got tired after a while. So this has been a nice
So
reprieve.
like like Will Smith. Just hold out left
Nice.
hand, point it at old and busted, and then sorry, no, I'm not downing it. They were really good, but yeah, they just after
We had
what
them
was
for
it,
way too
18
long.
months,
Yeah.
it was we did need something else.
Oh yeah. And now we've actually set up a really nice pipeline for rolling these out pretty quickly. So I think we're gonna really look to step this up in the future. Oh wow, this is nice. Okay. Yeah, showing off the new pieces has been fun. Let me now go and show off the new tutorial work. Callum, this is the one that I wanted to actually show you most because it is a lot of fun. Here, let's say reset tutorial.
Okay.
Let's see, do I want to... Yeah, sure, I'll change up my hair. Why not? Finish.
Straight out of the 90s.
Yeah, no, really. That is me. Um, 2 key controls. Yeah, so this was, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this is our like pick your control system.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the Valheim one will actually make it so that like when you go to pick things up and like collect things like mushrooms and stuff like that, you press E instead of the
Oh,
Minecraft.
thank God.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The biggest problem I had with the original controls was there was in control design. Normally, you have similar activities on the similar key. So, for example, picking things up as one key, removing things as another. The thing that always annoyed me early on was now let me remember this. It was, I think, a left click to destroy buildings, right click to place.
Yep.
But it was left click to pick up objects, I think, pick up resources. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was the pickup key was also the remove key
Yep.
for something else.
Yep.
God, that gave me no end of pain.
Yeah, no, we were talking a lot internally about like what kind of control scheme should we be supporting most, and like me coming from a Minecraft background for so many years is just like, oh, I want my 2-key control setup, I want my Minecraft experience. But with all the extra features that we have in here, especially for the building system, like that became very complicated very quickly. And so yeah, we did do some finagling to make the 2-key controls much better. But now that we have the 3-key controls, we have people like yourself who just came in and they're like, oh my God, thank you.
Finally.
Exactly. So I'm going to go 2-key. Oh, and also I'll show you when we touch down after the intro sequence, I'll show you something else. But yeah, we're trying to approach the control and camera and stuff like that holistically instead of trying to pigeonhole players into one type of play. So yeah, so we are trying our best to support these different control schema. It is more effort for sure trying to support both, but I think it's going to be well worth it. And
Definitely.
yeah, and then also we are supporting now. Oh geez, the fixed view is what we're going to call it. So the way that we've always played with the camera totally fixed, and also the Valheim, Genshin, Breath of the Wild type camera, which we are calling the free camera. I'll show you that as well. Sweet. And also, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but we now have a tutorial log, quest log type thing going on the right-hand side, and if you press and hold left alt.
I believe I did get to test that.
Awesome. But yeah, no,
Oh no, I didn't. Oh no, the actual quest log. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, this is super helpful. I was watching a couple people play the other day, and some dude was just like, "I have no idea how to do this," and someone else in game was like, "Yo, just open the quest log," and he did it, and that he just played that way for the rest of his like 7-hour period. It's great. Let's see. Okay, let me show you settings. Graphics. Scroll down. Camera FOV. Oh no, wait. It's gonna be in controls. Third person fixed, now free. Okay, so this will allow us to look around the character everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so now it's more like the Valheim Breath of the Wild experience where when you press backwards, you start running towards the camera. You can do cinematic stuff.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I prefer playing in fixed, but I'll play in free. Let's see, look around. We'll do some SFX improvements on that noise. Dig. Everything in the world is collectible. Let's see. The inventory. Let's go through. Actually, I do need to go through the building. Not enough flint. Sweet. Okay. All right. Now we open the quest log. Tells us how to track a new quest. Oh my god, we need to change that noise. Alright, talk to Zeke in the city. Alright, here we go.
You know the light flickering on distant objects?
Yes, I
Like
see a little bit
as
of it.
you're walking.
Yeah.
Easy way to fix that is, I can't remember the setting name, but in Unreal you can make it that items after a certain distance use a lower resolution light map, and it usually fixes the flickering without it being a noticeable change in like light density or like resolution, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you, man. We will absolutely look into that. Yeah, I think we're currently, a couple of our guys are going through and making a huge performance update, and so we have a lot landing of that, I think, actually tomorrow.
Nice.
So yeah, we will.
What version of Unreal are you guys on at the moment? Is it 5.0?
I think we're actually up to most current, 5.3.
Oh, you've got some fun tools to mess about with then, because I was just using their new what's it called? Basically, you can build skeletons for meshes, rig them, skin them, and animate them all in Engine. Super easy now.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's really cool. Yeah, I was blown away with it because I've come from using Maya for modeling, and obviously the price has got ridiculous now for like indie projects. So I've reluctantly started learning Blender, and I hate the rigging and animating in that so much.
Oh, I haven't
feel
even
your
tried
pain.
it.
As soon as I found out you could do it in Engine, I was like, right, that's what we're gonna try.
Yeah, what was it? Wait, hold on. Was there some kind of Blender craziness going on recently? Was that Blender?
No, Unity.
No, that was Unity. That was Unity.
Oh Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
I assume you covered it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
tell you what, that was some of the, I think, the best performing videos at the end of last year.
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh, gosh.
I'd covered some stuff that I thought people were like really aware of, and it turns out at the time people just didn't have a clue, which was they were pigeonholing you into using their integrated ad services, and then you wouldn't have to pay the runtime fee.
Oh.
However, it was a company that had offered to work with them, and then they'd done something weird with a competitor instead, and it was basically to completely destroy. It was called Iron something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like an ad agency, and yeah, it was basically to just completely kill a company.
Jeez. Huh. I've been too busy to try and follow any of it, but it sounds like it was not a good time.
No, it was. Well, I've started doing, as you know, I've started doing consulting for games now.
Yeah,
and, I've been working on some pretty big projects at the time that the Unity debacle took place.
Great.
And there were so many all hands on deck meetings of, which engine are we going to? Does anyone know Unreal?
Oh god, that.
And these were like ready to publish as well, so this was really late in development, and they were still ready to just ditch the engine completely.
That sounds like a terrifying proposition.
Yeah.
I would not. I don't know that I would ever just do that in the middle of a release. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, one of the games that I was consulting for was the name vanished from the top of my head, but basically it was like everyone was calling it Spore 2. So it was basically Spore, but like better graphics and completely different in a way. But if you play it, you'll be like, oh, this was inspired by Spore. And their pricing model that they'd gone with, they'd done the maths and worked out if it went as successful as they'd planned with the amount of wish lists they'd got, at the price they were selling it, they would owe Unity $75,000 in the first month. And that's after the money that's come in. So
Wow.
they'd have brought in $750,000 and been 70 grand down the drain.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't thought out in the slightest.
Have they rolled any of that back?
Yeah.
Okay.
They walked a lot of it back, but it's still not great. Like at all. It's just it's a headache to work out for the developers, and it doesn't really they don't really get any of the benefits. It's kind of a net loss really, because they're getting the same services that they were from Unity, but now they're just paying like triple the price.
What was their angle there? Why did they want to do that? Why do they need to do that?
I think his name's John Riccitello. He was he used to work at EA, and then was fired because he basically sandbagged the company, pulled out his dividends, and then left.
Nice.
And Unity was taking like a pretty big loss in comparison. So what they did was they did this for investors, raked in a load of investor money. He yet again sold all his shares and then announced it publicly, knowing it was going to tank the share price.
Wow.
And he's now been sacked. I think he's been sacked anyway. That he should be.
It just sounds like a bunch of no good.
It's just a bunch of corporate bodies playing D&D, just rolling dice and being like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that."
What? Why? Anyway.
It was fun to watch.
I bet. Oh god. All right, let's see, Zeke. What do you want?
Unity announces leadership transition. November 9th, 2020. Oh, October 9th, 2023.
Yeah.
So yeah, they sacked him.
Yes, yeah, they did. They sacked him. It came right after he was getting death threats and couldn't come to the Unity offices anymore. And then they later found out that these 6 people giving death threats were Unity employees.
Oh god.
That's awful.
That's terrible.
It's terrible, but it's kind of poetic, isn't it?
Oh god. You know, what is it? The truth is stranger than fiction?
Oh yeah.
Why is that so often the case?
It always is.
Oh god.
I mean, they make a game engine, so they could just make a game, kill your boss, right? I mean, it's they could do that.
Yeah, the next simulator.
Oh god. All right, let's. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh god, look at. You know what's so funny is like I used to love these white and gold pieces, and now I'm like looking over here, seeing a cottage off in the distance. I'm like, oh god, get these white and gold pieces out of here.
Zach, I don't know if I ever told you, but I've hated them since day one.
No. Wait, really?
Oh my god, I got sick of seeing them everywhere.
Why did people not shout more about this? Oh god, they look terrible now. I can't.
See, I never said anything because I assumed I'd just be echoing what many people have probably said.
Oh god. Oh, I can't look at them. I'm going in the cottage. I'm not coming out. Right.
See, if they were a rarer end game material because of how like grand they look, and they were something that players were forced to use like very sparsely,
yeah,
I think it would be like an impressive looking piece. But when it's the default piece, it gets boring very quick because it's not something that I think I understand what it is that people hate about it. It's very in your face, and because of how much of it there is all around the place, you can't like tune out from it.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree. The thing is, I think you and I are saying the same thing. Like, I love the pieces themselves, but they do need to be like later game assets for sure.
Yeah.
Because yeah, let me see if I can show a picture.
Well, what's that motto? If everybody's super, nobody's super. That's the kind of the feeling with it.
Syndrome. Yeah, I know. eventually what's going to happen is we're going to have everyone start off, I think, with these cottage pieces. And so they'll be top of your asset catalog here. And these will just sort of be made out of wood. I know there are some stone pieces down here, but, you know, let's suspend disbelief. We've had wonkier recipes.
Yeah.
And
you're gonna fish to make a shovel.
not anymore. And so we'll have them start with the cottage pieces, and then when they get down to the desert, they'll start unlocking like desert fortress pieces, and then we'll get the castle pieces in the mountains, and some like ice and iron pieces in the tundra, and then you'll be able to start unlocking these guys once you start crafting some like granite blocks and stuff like that. Some white granite or something. Yeah.
Sounds good. I've got a bone to pick with you with the Dreamworld team.
Oh God! All right, lay it on me.
It's a fun story. I was me and 4 friends started a hardcore group Ironman on RuneScape. And I was about to die on a Slayer task, and I went to click my teleport in my inventory. Turns out Dreamworld had just got an update. And your pop-up hitbox is 7 times the size of the actual pop-up.
Oh God!
Yes, I did die, and yes, the team were angry. They're like, how did you die? You were fighting like goblins, and I was like, Dreamworld. It all comes full circle.
Dreamworld has struck again. Oh God, we were just lying in wait for that moment. Oh jeez, that's so funny. Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah, we'll update that little pop-up. We'll make it 3 times bigger. That's hilarious. Well, first of all, I apologize for killing you in the middle of your fight.
So I'll invoice you for my month of membership for that account.
Perfect. Oh God. All right, let me pick a new piece. Put this guy in here. Dang it, Dreamworld. Yeah, but. Filled out of any resource. Okay, let's do this. Sweet. That's pretty. Rotate, scale a piece up, scale it down, toggle freehand, push and pull, and now volumetric select. I'm so excited for this. Hold on, let me delete this. Actually, wait, Callum, have you seen volumetric select yet?
I have.
Okay, perfect.
It's really good.
It's
not
fun.
something that I would have thought to tell you to do, but as soon as I saw it in action, it is definitely something that was needed.
Yeah, no, it's like super revolutionary for making these larger builds. Let's see, let's just move this a little bit, maybe. Yeah, because oh no, wait, that's gonna move me. Hold on. All right, let's select this guy, maybe this guy. Okay, move. Sweet.
Yeah, something I was going to ask about the volumetric select.
Yeah.
How does it determine how far deep into the scene it should select, or is there just kind of like a soft cap on it?
It's so fun. I like the questions you ask because you know exactly what's going on. It's an arbitrary depth, so we just tune that depth until it felt right. So like when I do this. Oh, actually, that should be selecting from right where my cursor is. So let's see if it actually does it when I do this. Okay. All right, so we have a bug to fix there. But when I select, it's going to go to a depth of about where the other white building is behind this building.
Okay.
Yeah. But we just sort of tuned it. We do want a better system there to like intelligently select like the things that are still there and sort of iterate backwards until it hits nothing, that kind of thing. But for now, this has been working pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching you guys use it in a previous stream, and I was impressed with how few times you actually had to go and correct the selection. It was well, that's what got me thinking about it, because I just assumed it was like not an infinite depth, but like a screen-based, anything you can see on the screen, it'll select within that.
Right.
But no, doing it the way you've done it's a far better way to do
it. There are so many, we have a huge list of improvements we want to make to the system, but for now, it's working pretty darn well, and it feels good, so we're kind of just chilling with it and building out the like visual offerings we have with it too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Open the free. Yeah, this. Okay, so the next one I'm about to open, this is what needs some work, but it is also a super powerful piece of this. Let's go default and then left click into the fine tuning HUD. So like this is a super advanced tool. Let's do this scaling. So like
There is, sorry,
you're
one
good.
slight issue with the triangular pieces.
Yeah.
There are different patterns like the rest of the walls. The issue being is when you're trying. Hold on. I might have just. Yeah, there's two of them. Never mind. There's a companion piece. My feedback was bad. I apologize.
No, you're all good. No, I would much rather people just call out like what they think is not working well than try to keep it to themselves. But like this is this is so much fun to me. We just turned with the fine tuning HUD. We just turned the like ramp that you can run up into a ladder.
Nice.
I love that the scaling allows you to do that. Anyway, nerding out over the feature I designed. But
Yeah, there's no more 1,000-foot tall battle axes, is there?
Well,
well, there
no,
might be.
no, never mind.
I was
they've
really
become-
hoping it would stay.
They've become trophies now, and they're like measured in tens of thousands of kilometers. I mean, never mind.
Yeah, well,
like-
yeah.
It's like I've left the sword of Sargeras in the landscape for you. Some poor
What
soul's
sword?
gonna find it one day. Yeah,
What
sword?
what sort?
Where's Silithus?
What?
I said, where's Silithus?
Yeah.
I seem to have just erased the history of that.
Here, wait, let me. Where's the city?
I like how in that War Within cinematics, at the very end, it's just like boom, there's the sword. It's like okay, that sword.
All right, let's see. Go and talk to Zeke. Okay, so I should
Yes.
have finished all the advanced building tutorials now. Thank you.
I
Zeke.
play a ton of WoW. If you look in community creations, you'll see what the latest thing that just broke is.
Let's
that I
have
was
a look.
having fun with this morning.
Oh, that.
Yeah, their anti-griefing system is not not working exactly as intended there.
Oh, have they finally done something about mount? Well, attempted to do something about mount blocking and everything.
It's been a thing. They've had this technology for over a decade, but they've been very lackadaisical about actually implementing it preemptively. But this Hearthstone event, they did use it, but somebody figured out there was a hole in the dragon riding code with the way that it summons them out and everything that just interrupts that process, and then you basically have that mount under you. You actually try to mount it. It goes into that model of the mount that's under you, but it doesn't have the scale that it's supposed to have when it does that. It takes the scale from the mount you try to go into.
Gotcha.
And I put everything that I put all of my bag of tricks on it, and it got ridiculous real quick.
All
I used
right.
to love WoW. I haven't played it in a while though.
Yeah, Z. Actually, I think that these pieces may not line up. The triangle pieces.
Oh, are they not lining up perfectly? Are they like offset somewhere?
Well, I'm trying to get the symmetry going with like, you know how if you're on the left and you're trying to do a triangle piece for a window or for from a wall to a roof, and then
Yes.
like on the other side of the building it's got to be reversed. I'm not able to get the same pattern.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Can you write that down in a note in Bug Hunters, and we'll go and put it on the to-do.
Okay. Yes.
I think you could probably get it going if you had easy flip on access thing.
Well, hold on. Maybe I spoke too soon again. It took some doing, but well,
Ooh.
I don't know.
All right.
You're a big boy.
Yep, Callum, a pièce de résistance. Here, hold up. All right, I'm gonna pretend I'm a new player and take him on with the. Oh my God, is that it? Love it. Look at this massive health bar for this thing.
Say, take a look at it. It's a friend.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a little creep up on this guy, and I will take him on with a little dagger and see what happens. Oh wait, who's this over here? Hold up. Hey, Skadoosh. All right.
That reminds me, I haven't seen the movie yet, but
Oh,
we're
jeez.
going with it.
Uh-oh.
I need to roast Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing, and it's tough.
Really did
So-
peak with the first one.
Oh, jeez. Wait, does he has a jump and stomp now? What is this? Oh, jeez. No, thank you. I do like this free camera for combat, actually.
A lot more Dark Souls, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Watch. Oh, jeez. I just took a rock to the face. Ow. Do I have a... I have better weapons, but I don't want to use them. Oh, alright. We gotta avoid the... Actually, I'll show you what happens when you jump in these. You get... trapped. No, wait, I'm in between two. Get me out. But yeah, so he... Every once in a while, he'll use a pillar to get up high and throw rocks at you. You can get into traps that he spawns while you're running around. And we can... Here, let's take out an axe and destroy his pillar that he's standing on top of. Okay, now he should be on the ground invulnerable. Take this away. Somebody underneath him? Yes. Alright, let's go. Killing blow. Yeah. Vyne has been vanquished.
Nice.
Anyone who wants the loot can go ahead. Someone's giggling. Boss Cow official, Big Jerk. Wait, Big Jerk, I like your outfit. Very nice. Boss Cow official. I'm looking at the real Boss Cow and he's not playing. Who is this? I love it. Yeah, so he is the first of the 5 bosses, and the big boar is coming next.
I can't wait to see that.
Me neither. I can't wait to have him in the desert. We were actually, I'm gonna get away from these guys' loud noises, but we were actually testing out Vyne in the desert 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we made it so that his attacks are generic and they'll destroy everything. So, like, if we dragged him this way, he would destroy all these buildings. But when you put him in the desert, he just starts destroying rocks and cactuses and everything like that. And so, like, it's just a fiesta of destruction as he just, like, mows his way across the landscape. Oh my god, all the fireworks, please. Yeah, so we'll definitely be putting more, like, rock desert elementals who are essentially just him with different attacks and stuff like that in the desert, and then of course in the mountains and tundra and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then shortly we're going to try and make it so that he affects terraforming as well. So he'll do like big slams where all of a sudden there's now an indentation
Like a
that
crater, yeah.
exactly. You have to like climb your way out of it, and as you're climbing he'll come and do a special attack, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. How much have you shown off publicly of the boar?
Almost not at all. I think we've only shown like 5-second clips.
Yeah, I kind of forget what I'm supposed to know and what I'm not.
No, you're all good. We haven't talked about it almost at all. But
They're gonna love that.
Oh yeah.
We posted that one video a couple months ago as a teaser. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah, don't tell them anything.
Oh, I won't.
Well, the video's public, so anyone can go to our YouTube right now. Check it out.
They know there is a boar. They just don't know what he's capable of.
Good. Don't tell them. Just release it on day one and see if people figure it out.
I'm just gonna say it like this. I hope whatever room they got Titano holed up in, they got another bed ready.
Oh, poor boar. Yeah, we're gonna have to. So we actually are also testing out a couple of different ways to dynamically change the bosses depending on how many people there are around it, how many, like what kind of armor they're wearing and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
So
fun, huh?
that's actually a bit of a combo. So that's sort of the system. It sounds like something Blizzard tried with, they called it item level scaling.
Mhm.
And my take on that was I'm lifting weights for the rest of the world to get stronger.
Gotcha.
So, well, it makes sense, but you've got to have a commensurate reward increase if you're going to raise the difficulty for someone's power level, because otherwise you're basically just punishing them for getting there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. There definitely
sure.
needs to be a hard upper and lower cap on it.
For sure. Yeah, once we get there and we start tuning that, I think what we're going to do is probably get the foundations in place for all of the bosses, and then we'll, of course, be working with all you guys to try and tune it properly.
Yeah.
Now there.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, yeah, I think getting that boss in its, well, not in its current state, because I don't know what its current state is, but the intended state,
Mhm.
And then see how people respond to it, because I think with the way it's designed, there'll be enough there to keep people entertained, and leveling up and getting better gear won't necessarily let them just kind of face roll the boss. It'll be more of a, they'll have the benefit of it being a bit easier, but it's still a challenging fight, you know, where you've still got to follow mechanics, well, especially certain ones.
Right.
So I think it'll remain a challenging fight. It'll
Yeah.
just, what'll happen is it'll be more of a, okay, we can bring 4 people instead of 5 now because we're all a bit stronger. And
Right. Oh, Cal?
There is a bit of a story. So when they tried that item level scaling bit, they didn't tell anyone about it. It wasn't on the PTR. It was undocumented. It was very poorly done because the new meta, and I was cracking jokes about this on Twitter, was to take your chest piece off because it was overweighted for stats for the item
Yep.
level calculation.
I remember that.
I put on a Santa suit, which had no stats, and I was doing more effective damage by wearing novelty item.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
I think there's one solid rule that should be followed in MMOs, and again, it's just an opinion, but I know it's one that a lot of people share, is that getting levels and having better gear should always make the fight easier. Otherwise, it's always, it's like the dev's dream, right? To have this endless treadmill that never really finishes, but that burns players out so quick. I remember when they added the DPS scaling in Mr. Pandaria, which is actually, it was the end of Pandaria that I quit because I realized that I'm leveling up and the boss is just leveling up to match me. Or, you know, it was damage scaling and health scaling of mobs. So I found out that, you know, someone 4 levels lower than me had actually done a higher percentage of damage to the boss than me, but the numbers were shown differently. So it showed that they'd done 300,000 damage, where I'd done 500,000. Although they just changed the numbers on the user's end. On the server, it was still percentage, you know. It was really bad feeling because you start to realize, what am I doing any of this for?
Interesting. Huh. Is there any game that's done this well?
It's widely believed that Guild Wars 2 is the best implementation, but then you have an issue, which is with that, the way they managed to get it to work is that you're leveling your weapons up and you're scaling the leveling of your weapons. However, it causes you to get really, really invested in an early game weapon, and then getting an upgrade feels bad. Because now you've got to level up this new weapon that it's kind of the same thing as reforging in World of Warcraft and enchanting and stuff. You may get like this new best in slot weapon, but it's not best in slot until you've gone and done all your chores and you've enchanted it, reforged it, done all that sort of stuff. And by that point, the reward doesn't feel like a reward. It feels like I've got another chore to do that I don't want to.
Right.
In general, I would opt away from any sort of scaling because it is incredibly hard to do well. And although the idea of it is that it saves developers time and gives a lot more replayable content, you actually spend so long fixing the system you've put in place that it's never evergreen, right? It actually gives you more work that could have been put into a new raid, a new questing zone. And you've put all those resources into just keeping the old stuff mildly relevant, which obviously the players don't usually receive that very well because everyone's always looking forward to the next thing.
Right. No, that makes sense. The thought that pops into my head is then like, well, we have to have some way to either increase the amount of the boss that spawns so that veterans can't just come back and one-shot these bosses, or they take some penalty if they do, or there's like crazy disincentive for them, stuff like that, because we don't want them to keep them in a griefing manner from the lower level players. And
yeah.
So,
No, that makes total sense.
I can actually go into detail some of the scaling that we're doing if you like.
Please.
Yeah. So one is HP scaling and damage received. As just a side note, and a pretty big note, we only scale up to 5 people currently. Once there's more than 5 people, everyone can pretty much mob and beat up the boss. That being said, how we're doing scaling is through damage received. So if there's more people, he'll receive less damage. But because of how we're designing the enemies, we have pretty much a damage required to be defeated calculation. So what we can do is pretty much every time there's an added person up to 5 people, there's 10% quicker. You can kill the boss 10% quicker. So because we're able to tune those 2 very specific values, damage received plus people who come in, and we can also tune it a lot more ways. Yeah, we can not necessarily increase the difficulty at all. We make it go by faster, and it's more strategic.
Okay,
that's all. Sorry.
Yeah,
I just had to bring that up.
It's good to know. No, it's good to know how you plan to do it. Because I mean, me and Zach I'm pretty sure we had a very lengthy conversation about this.
Oh yeah.
And the solution that I had to the problem that you're trying to avoid can be avoided in a completely separate manner, depending on how you implement this. So, RuneScape, I love to use it as an example because I think a lot of people dismiss it because it's a very aged game at this point. However, this is something they did like phenomenally well, which was when they started adding higher level creatures and like bosses. They didn't want high level people to just keep killing those bosses and kind of diminishing the experience for the lower players, right? The players that are the target audience for that content at that level. And they spent a while trying to figure out how to do this, and they'd actually mentioned scaling internally. They were like, okay, we could do this, and it would make sense, right? It would initially solve that problem. However, you can solve that whole problem in a completely different way, which also benefits the game, and it would work really well in Dreamworld, which is me and Zach were talking about basically the economy in the game. Players will tend to go for what gets them, the most money in game, let's say. I don't know if money itself is going to be a thing, but the most currency or like value tradables. And so generally they will go for what is the most valued. And if you don't scale the game, the things in the lower levels suddenly become undesirable to them because there are just harder, there's harder content they can do, which will pay them more per hour. And it's kind of a general way of solving that without actively solving that problem. You know, it's kind of a 2 steps to the left thing where it solves it by proxy.
Right.
That is something that, you know, you can't just click your fingers and have there, you know, like a solid economy. But in the long term, I think you'll find that that would actually alleviate or completely remove your problem. Of course, there's still going to be people that want to, you know, at a very high level and high gear score, go back to the old content because they need some materials from Vyne. But at that point, it's actually just better for them to kill the high level boss that is at their target level, sell the loot, and just buy that loot from the lower level players.
Right.
And you'll find that a lot of people will do that, and I think that'll solve your problem a lot more permanently, because it is one of those things in RuneScape that has stood the test of time. The economy solves almost all their problems.
RuneScape did so many things right. It's an incredible resource to look at for sure.
Yeah, it really is. And I like to say, I've been working with a few other games that are making large-scale multiplayer or MMOs, and I'd asked them if they'd looked into, you know, how RuneScape did this, and a lot of them were just like, "Oh, but it's really outdated." I'm like, people are still playing it.
Yeah.
You know, the economy is 25 years old in their game now, and it's still as steady and stable as it can be. You know, once you remove.
Oh, wait, Callum, I think we lost you on the last word there. Hello?
Sounded like a DC.
Oh, Callum?
Oh,
I
sorry.
was-
I think
he's
my
back.
microphone was messing up there. I was leaning on the cable.
No, yeah, I know. It constantly impresses me how like old games like RuneScape. When was RuneScape made, actually?
I should know this because I was looking at it yesterday. 2001, I want to say.
2001.
That was the original classic version of it. The old school version was released in 2003, I want to say.
Jeez. Yeah. These old games.
It's done well.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, these old games standing the test of time and having these features that were just so well thought out, like even sometimes from the beginning, and not just like as evolutions of what the players really wanted or needed, like is pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Let's see this. What do I need?
So this is slightly off topic, Callum, but opinions on the current state of Star Citizen.
So I have been for the last 2 years considering making a video on it because it's a tough one. I can see what they're trying to do, but I feel that where they're focusing their efforts isn't getting the most value for players. I feel that it's still a very barren game at the moment, but yeah, I mean, with the amount of money they've raised, you'd expect a lot more than there currently is. That's kind of my opinion on it.
Well, if you ever need anybody that's got some ships to show you around for your content, I am down because I've got like over $3 grand right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
You're part of the problem.
Oh, no.
No, part of the problem was when I give this guy $15,000 to scam me. But anyway, we're not going there. Yeah,
God.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have taken some pretty risky bets, and DW has paid off, but some of the others not so much.
Yeah, I have. I've got something really funny. So there was someone who joined our team for Nightmare World who what's the best way to put this? So someone had told me, they were like, do you know who that guy is? And I was like, no, should I? It turns out one of the guys on our team is the guy who started the class action lawsuit against Star Citizen in the early days. You know, when they promised a load of...
Was that Derek Smart?
I don't know what name he went by, but if that's the guy who started it, then yeah. He basically had to go into hiding.
Oh, jeez.
Because the fans were just like trying to dox him and everything. Because essentially they had to refund something like 60 million. Because there were certain tiers of backers who were promised a lot of stuff on the early tests, and they just weren't giving it. And then they were told, yeah, you might get it. You'll get it sometime by when the game releases. And at that same point, announced that the game will basically be permanently in development. So you might never get it. Was
Wow.
that the roundabout way of putting it? And he actually was the one who started the class action lawsuit, got the whole thing to move through court and actually issue refunds.
Jeez.
So yeah, he was telling me a lot of stuff about what went on in court with it. I don't know if he should have, but yeah. So I got told a lot of really interesting things about that.
That's frustrating. It's funny because like I don't know that much about Star Citizen, but I have sort of seen like the amount of money they raised is crazy and the game looks beautiful, but I keep hearing from everyone that there's like not much meat there, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, and also part of the lawsuit, which I don't know if this was ever public, was that someone from in the company had leaked some of the invoices and spendings that the money that the company had spent on ridiculous stuff. Like, because at this point they were saying, oh, we don't have the money, we've spent all that money, we can't refund them, it's been put into development. And then these invoices were brought into the court case where they were building up their office and they'd spent $85,000 on Star Wars style sliding metal doors for the office.
Oh god. Oh no.
And that is basically what caught them out.
Oh jeez. That is
And some of the
not
other
great
spendings. And the only reason I say that is because that I know that about the doors became like public knowledge eventually. But there's other stuff that they spent money on that is just absurd. and it's not the game. Like, none of it was... okay, I don't say none of it, but a lot of it was not spent on the game initially. It was just... It was bizarre.
I've heard crazy stories like that recently, especially about like there are so many startups in Silicon Valley, and like we get a lot of the sort of news from the Y Combinator side of it and stuff like that. And it's like people who just use funds to buy Teslas. It's like why are you doing this? Yeah. What are you doing with your time and money? It's like you're supposed to just get this money so that you can start building the thing, and it doesn't. Maybe I'm too new into this, or maybe these people are just like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, we've had to try our best to make every dollar count, and
yeah,
it doesn't really leave any room for that kind of BS. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, there's gonna be a lot of noise right now because I have to go and kill these goblins. Just a second.
Speaking of spending all the money on Teslas, what about the Titan's Reach?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to what was his name? Unravel. Yeah, not that long ago. When that game came out called Titan Reach with the same logo.
Oh yeah, it's like everyone's like, you can't do that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even mad. Like,
yeah, I had Unravel message me after that, and he was like, I haven't really got a platform to speak on this anymore. He was like, but because I'd mentioned I was making a video on this, and he was like, I'll give you all the information you want on this. But he was like, we absolutely haven't given them any of this. Because they were claiming they'd got all the source codes that was given to them for the game, and he's like, nope, they don't have that.
I mean, on one hand, yeah, copyright infringement, and they did steal from him. On the other hand, he kind of like stole from everybody else. So I don't know. I mean, I can't be mad about it.
Oh,
it's just like a wash.
Yeah,
but
there's grifters be grifting.
One more thing though, on the subject of blowing money on stupid nonsense. How about that Firefall bus?
Wait, the what?
What?
You don't know about the Firefall bus?
No.
You should Google it. Google it. And yeah.
Give me the TLDR.
Yeah, I'll give you a rundown. Oh no, I did see this actually. Yeah, I was just trying to remember what Firefall was for a second. No, Yeah, I heard about this.
It was sad. If you ever dry up for any scam content, well, yeah, look at what he's up to now. I'm not gonna to drag him
God.
very much, but yeah, and he was that guy that I mentioned earlier.
Oh boy.
I might have a massive axe to grind, so I'll leave off. But yeah, there's so much there.
Wait, what? So what was happening with this boss? What happened?
So the Firefall boss. All right, so I guess I have to name drop.
Oh, wait a
Just to
second.
clarify, we're on about a bus, like a vehicle, not a boss.
Yes, a
Oh,
boss.
a bus.
Yeah.
Like driving.
So
Oh, got it.
Mark Kern leaves Blizzard, founds Red 5 Studios. They're making Firefall. It's going to be like a MMO shooter, lateral progression instead of vertical, whatever. It actually had a cult, not even a cult following, but it was almost mainstream. I'd say it was doing pretty well in beta. There was some drama. Mark says that they wanted to make WoW with guns. Some employees say that he was a god awful boss and was throwing things. Whatever, believe who you will. But as part of that process of making the game, they did the Firefall boss, which was intended to be like a cheap, air quotes, cheap advertising. Not a god awful idea if it had worked. Even got a West Coast Choppers episode out. But it didn't work at all. It never ran. So it ended up being a huge waste of money.
Oi.
Yeah, it was sad.
When are we getting the Dreamworld bus?
Well, now never. But if I hadn't heard that, maybe someday.
We can just build one. We can make anything in Dreamworld.
Oh god. Yeah, just every meme, bring it here.
The Elysium Express.
What's the quote? What's the quote on the Statue of Liberty? Bring us your tired, your poor, and stuff like that. Like we'll have that, but for memes in Dreamworld. All right, let me.
There was also another game out there. It was on Kickstarter. It was called Chronicles of Illyria.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
God.
even start me on that.
Yeah, I was.
You're
stupid
triggering.
enough and invent $100 into that.
Triggering Callum.
Yep.
I get the thing is, I always get people DMing me on, like emailing me or DMing me on Discord who like backed these and ended up in like one-on-one calls with Caspian. Basically, Caspian trying to be like, "It's okay, don't panic. Your investment's safe with me and everything." And again, the stories that I hear are just insane because they start to promise more and more things privately that then get leaked publicly, and yeah, it's insane. Like that. I mean, that rabbit hole's still unfolding with Chronicles of Illyria. Sorry, Kingdoms of Illyria, or whatever it is now. Like Hamlets of Illyria.
Hamlets of
Thatched Barns of Illyria.
It's gonna be like the outhouse of Illyria before it's gonna be scaled back that far.
It's gonna be a porta potty before it's over with.
Oh god.
I love when my favorite thing is when Caspian comes out and he's like, no, we've been doing work, but it's all been documentation and spreadsheet work. And he shows a folder with 30 different documents about balancing and resource gathering and all that. But he forgot to hide the file size, and it shows that they're all 0 megabytes, so there's nothing in any of the files.
Oh jeez.
And again, that got used in court recently. The whole thing's just insane.
Yeah, Z, you've got a few documents. Just a few.
I actually I made the mistake the other day. We had oh gosh, wow, it wasn't the other day. It was a couple weeks ago now. But I was showing one of our new guys an old document. I was like, "Oh yeah, just peruse it and like let me know what you think and we'll talk about it tomorrow." And he got back to me within 5 minutes. He's like, "Hey, how much of this do you want me to read?" I was like, "Oh, just like, take a quick glance." He's like, "It's 187 pages." I was like, "Oh, how about just this section?" Yeah, so Callum, I don't know if I've talked with you about it, but like since I was like 13, I just really love writing before bed, and so I just sometimes I'll stay up till like 7 a.m. and I've written 35 pages on something, and
Yeah.
it's now that it's become sort of like part of my whole job over the last 4 years to make documentation for everyone on the team. It's gotten out of hand, so I've needed to
Yeah,
figure
I
out
can imagine.
concision. All right, what do we need to do here? I go back to my spot.
I've been laying down the foundations for a tree village.
Oh yeah, wait, are you still building what you were building earlier?
I kind of moved on from it.
Where are you
Feel free
now?
to visit it.
What are your chords?
Oh, I'm still where we were actually with the cottages.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Nearby.
I'll end there. Awesome. Where did I put these guys? Is it over here?
I like the big like stone ruins there everywhere. They look
Like-
good.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. And these pillars and stuff.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
look good.
We've actually got a pass coming hopefully within the next 3 weeks. That is our subterranean experience. Right now, you can just go anywhere in the world and dig down and find just this crazy cave and cavern tunnel experience, but it doesn't have all the cool like rocks and things like that that spawn that make everything look much neater. So we're about to add all of that, new mobs, better experiences underground, and resources that you can only find while mining and even just at certain depths. So that is going to be a whole other stream for sure. But
Nice.
why was I talking about that? Oh, you were talking about the ruins. Yeah, at some point we're gonna put ruins underground that like you can't find on the. Oh, Callum, you and I have to talk about this. That you can't find on the surface. And guess what inspired me to put in some Göbekli Tepe runes?
Oh, dude, have you gone down the rabbit hole?
I way far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
How?
Good.
What's the now understanding of like how long humans have been on Earth for, based on the guys who is it, Shock and a couple of other guys.
Yeah, I think they've dated advanced civilizations back to 37,000 years, I think now.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where like mainstream academics and that aren't happy about it because it just completely ruins all of their theories.
Right.
But it is one of those things where it is undeniably that old. So yeah.
What is it? It even calls into question some of the things like I don't want to get too conspiracy theory and yada yada, but like we've found archaeologists have found all of these like mechanics looking pieces and stuff like that they could only carbon date to like 50,000 years ago, and they're like, yeah, there's no way it's this old, so carbon dating just doesn't work as well as we thought it did.
Yeah.
And now they're calling it back into question and being like, wait a second, maybe.
Yeah, there's loads of. I love looking into that.
Yeah.
It's
interesting stuff.
It's super interesting. Yeah.
I'm waiting.
I love a good conspiracy.
Well, I love how it's also just sort of calling into question like the status quo of archaeology and sediment analysis and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that within the next couple of years we get more of a solid understanding and like the textbooks start being rewritten and we get some more information there. Anyway, that'd be cool.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Let's see, what do I have to do? Exit build mode. Yeah. Mushroom collected. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my favourite part about the Göbekli Tepe ruins is the fact that there's a carving in one of those 37,000-year-old stones that is identical to a carving in the pyramids. Like,
no way.
Completely identical. And archaeologists are like, oh, yeah, it was the same people.
What?
And it's like, okay, but then if that's the case, then your other statement doesn't hold true, which is... Yeah.
That's okay. So, and what was it? if you actually go and look, there's no record of the Egyptians ever making the pyramids. They never like have record of them creating them.
Yeah, they never documented the making of the pyramids in any way, but they documented absolutely everything else they did in carvings and tablets. And then, if you believe the date that they say the pyramids were built, like what was it, 8,000 years ago or 6,000 years ago,
Mhm.
there's no like findings of tools or any of the stuff that would have been used to make them in that area from that time.
Right.
So as far as it looks like the pyramids basically just appeared out of nowhere in the span of a couple of hundred years, and no one used any tools or anything to build it. But they're like,
Wow.
oh no, the tools are just, they're gone by this point. And it's like, well, no, because they would have to be stone tools or like metal tools. Like you could. I do not believe that Steve's running around with a stone pickaxe building the pyramids.
Well, and what was it? Like there are two more just crazy pieces of information. There's one, like the granite or whatever rock they're built out of comes from like 500 kilometers south of that location.
Oh, the limestone casing and the well, I can't remember if it was the casing or the interior. Yeah, it's nowhere near.
Yeah.
Nowhere near there.
Well, that
It's
and
like Stonehenge.
right.
Stonehenge. that those stones, they now believe that they floated them down the river on rafts. But still, that would be absurd.
How would you? Yeah, and well, the other confounding one about the pyramids and the Sphinx is like there's erosion, water erosion in the area, the surrounding area, and also on the pyramid and Sphinx themselves that they kind of tried to like refurbish. But right around the pit where they are in some of these instances, like the rainfall that would have had to fall on that area would
have been from the Younger Dryas, which is 15,000
exactly.
years ago. Yeah,
exactly. So,
it was like flood levels of water.
It's so interesting. I want answers.
We all do. As soon as we get the answers, we won't care, though. That's the
Yeah, I
problem.
know. That does suck.
It turns out it's actually answerable by the Egyptian equivalent of the Philadelphia project, and there was a time skip in the whole area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vortex opened. I know a lot of people laugh at the whole aliens explanation, but it's genuinely the best explanation right now.
We don't have another one. What, Giga?
Maybe there was this energy anomaly, and they had to hit a button like every so often, and they just missed it. And then like time got all messed up after it exploded.
You know what? It's as good an answer as any right now.
Yeah.
I mean, weeby wobbly.
I think one of the most interesting things with the megalithic structures is all around the world, there are two major ley lines that run around Earth, and all of these like megalithic structures that that point to the stars and align with constellations, they are all, if you draw that line on a map and plot out where all of them are, they're all across the lines. And in fact, I think it's the Great Pyramid is on the point where the two lines converge.
Wow.
Like smack bang on it. I don't know what that could mean or anything, but it's definitely interesting.
Well, and like you have to, like it's probably not coincidence. So you've got to think that the people who built these pyramids are probably sophisticated enough to understand at least where everything in the world was, so that they could make them. Like that's crazy. Yeah, no, I've definitely fallen down the rabbit hole. Thank you for that.
No problem. There's a new podcast out about another megalithic site on the same channel. I'll link you.
Is it also 3 hours long?
It's about that long, yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's get
on. So that
company you're writing at night.
Exactly.
That scenario I outlined was plot of Lost, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I watched that so long ago. Am I gonna make it? There we go. See, we added some new topography to the floating island.
Wait, is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was a little bit flat before.
Yeah, just a little bit. Also, my Siri just got activated for some reason. What did we
I've
just
been
say?
having that happen a lot with random assistants.
Have you?
It's just like, yeah, I had to move Alexa out of my office because it would just randomly, like, if you say something, okay, in a British accent, if you say "I'll ask her,"
Oh.
or something like that, it's just, yeah,
Huh.
it's got main character syndrome.
Yeah, really. It's funny how like accents can. Is anything really good at deciphering accents, different accents, right now?
I don't think so. Nothing that's convenient anyway.
Interesting.
I know they were over in China working on a watch or a device to translate.
Oh yeah.
But as far as that, other than that, that's the only one I know of.
Interesting.
Yeah. To see how bad accent translation is, you just need to watch all of the garbage AI generated YouTube shorts and look at the subtitles. The thing is, someone's generated a 60-second AI generated clip, and they've looked at it and seen that none of the words are actually what they said, and they thought, yeah, we'll ship it.
Wow. Yeah, we're slipping into a very strange era of technology now, I think.
Oh yeah, I've been messing around with AI a lot recently. Mostly out of curiosity, I stuck an integration for ChatGPT 4 into Unreal, and basically I informed it of the different commands it can use to do actions in the world around it, and gave it, like, basically told it, this is your personality, and just watch these little bots just running around doing their own stuff and chatting to the other bots. It's brilliant.
That's pretty cool. Huh.
It's bloody expensive.
Yeah, I bet.
Don't ever make that mistake of like having an accidental infinite loop in your code when you're doing like AI API calls. Your bank account will be at zero very quickly.
I ended up going. Sorry,
No.
I ended up going GPT 3.5 Turbo. I don't know if that would work for you, but I didn't notice a huge difference when I was doing a Discord bot.
Yeah.
In quality, but it's
The quality isn't different. All that's really different is the context window of like how many of the generated tokens it remembers. So basically, if you're having like a long conversation with AI, GPT-4 can remember the last 12 million tokens of a conversation, whereas 3.5 Turbo is like 190,000. So like the context window is the big difference with that.
Interesting.
Which is why AI starts to hallucinate on the older versions. Because you get to the end of a context window and suddenly you're asking it to do things that you asked it to do a week ago, and it just doesn't know how to do it anymore.
Oh, intriguing. Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited for the day that like people start integrating proper ChatGPT and bot and stuff like that, AI for like NPCs and networks between NPCs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's going to be so expensive to even maintain a network between two NPCs who have the ability to.
You won't see them do that anytime soon because, like you say, the expense of it.
Yeah. It'd be super cool though. I know one of the things that like I was really psyched out about was what was it Angmar? One of the Lord of the Rings games recently that had the Nemesis system where it was keeping track.
Shadows of Angmar.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. You got it.
Yeah.
Super cool. Super cool. And like having that mixed with an AI that is convincing would be across like an NPC network. Like, dude, I'm salivating right now thinking about having it in Dreamworld, but like across an entire open world that keeps track of like what it's said to different players and like who of your family, their family, you have like traded items and like or killed or stuff like that. Yeah.
It reads your friends list and it's like, yeah, I met so and so and I said this. They died and you will too.
Yeah.
It's like when Psycho Mantis in Metal Gear Solid was reading your memory card.
No, it's actually now just reading your Steam profile.
Yeah. I just like got your bank account and your social security number, and it's already stealing everything. No.
Like, oh god, like that kind of network, just like having those stories being able to be told dynamically would be so cool. Anyway, someday.
Someday.
Zoot, wait, did you make all of these forests?
Oh, you found the platforms I've just been throwing around. I was like, hey, people can just start building stuff up in the trees because there's
Dude,
bears down there. And
this is
it's
amazing.
dangerous.
Yeah, this is so cool. I'm gonna need some of these trees gone though. I'm getting caught.
Yeah.
Hold
You it's hard to get through there.
on. Me. No, please. All right, flight has saved me. This is sick. I'm coming up.
Yeah.
I ran out of things for lights, but I put lights in there.
That's all good. Here, let me give you some lighting.
I feel like once we get the castle stone pieces, we'll be able to do like entire medieval like settlements.
Oh,
Like
100%.
a keep and a castles and the village.
Yeah,
And
No,
the farms
absolutely.
around it.
that's the idea. Oh,
A couple
wow.
things I've noticed though is that the half pillars
Hello.
I can't stack them like the full
Yes.
pillars.
Yes.
So that's why I have these full pillars sticking through the floor right now.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely get that fixed up. All of the pieces, the new pieces, are gonna. You are falling constantly. It's, this replication, we need to fix that. But
No.
there's all the pieces that we are putting in are gonna have the same exact snapping as all of the. We're gonna call them the Elysium set pieces, are the gold and white marble. And we're even going to look into improving the snapping between them. So probably next week, try them again, and they'll feel very familiar. Yeah, wow. This is super cool. Who's climbing out here? This is Jim. Heyo. Hello.
Oh, and we need railings for the stairs to put on the side of them.
Okay. I know people have called that out before. So, do you mean like when you have these ramps over
Like
here?
right here, like I would
Yeah.
have liked to have the continuation of this little picket fence thing to go up
You know what I
the
think
side of it.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. You know what I think they do in Arc? I'm not sure if it was only Arc 2 or if it was Arc previously, but they do a really cool, smart, like you can take any of the fencing and put it on different assets like the ramp and stuff like that, and it will just conform to that piece. So like they have a bank of extra pieces that you never get to see until you use them in the way that's going to help you most. I think it's super cool.
Oh yeah, there's nothing else really up here. It's just a big flat top roof area that decided, you know what, let's just put stairs up here.
I love it. Yeah, and we'll start putting in like I'm not gonna give too much away, but we'll start putting in some mobs that like will be able to come and path onto all of your builds up here. They'll climb the trees and then jump off onto your build to like pursue you and stuff like that. So you're not gonna be as safe up here as we are currently for very long.
No. See, we built this up here because, you know, the bears.
The bears?
The bears.
The bears, the bears, the bears.
Also, do you see Gemini's cute little
I know, I love this.
cottage?
Is this it right here?
Yeah, this little square one.
Very nice.
And I also named the area here.
Oh, what'd you name it?
It's a design right here.
Wait, let me see. Cozy Giants Grove, upper level. This is so cool. Imagine somebody like who's totally new to the game jumping off the island and coming and finding this. I love it. Oh, wait, Gem. Did you find a good snapping for these like thick foundations at the bottom? Did they snap well to each other? Or did you have to finagle that?
As Gem is character is speaking in sim talk.
Super cool. Had to use the fine tuning HUD. They don't snap. Yeah, okay, that's what I was afraid of. So we'll make them snap on top of each other easily. Jeez. I'm impressed. This is awesome.
The start of a entry village to the
Yeah.
south.
This is, what's so crazy is like, Giga, do you remember how long it took? Oh wait, you guys were all here. You know how long it took us to put together like Gigaton, and how everything,
Like
huh?
an hour. I mean,
Oh no, I know for sure, but like it was quick. But like, look at how big this structure is. Like none of the structures we had in Gigaton, except for maybe one or two. Oh, the big castle, of course, um, was this big, and now this just looks like typical. Super cool.
so I'm looking at the blue spores,
Mhm.
and they are very emissive now. I don't know if it's because of where I've got them, but
They,
yeah,
yeah, the materials are definitely undergoing changes. If you have anything you want to shout out, just definitely do it in ideas or bug hunters.
I don't know. I
will
like
do.
the idea of having a bunch of mushrooms that glow, and then I could just start planting them everywhere, and you have those nice walkways with lighted mushrooms.
Yeah, no, that would be super beautiful. I think you can just do that right now with the blue and gold ones. They're
With the
both.
blue and gold ones, but then you get other ones.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see, what is this last Irish King? I need stone by stone. Yes. Okay. Wait. Last Irish King, Big Jerk. The stone cubes should be a lot of fun for you. So it's just like the regular cube that we've always had in, but it's made out of cobblestones, and it looks super, super beautiful when you put them all together. Yeah, I thought you'd like it. Dude, it's a great job with this. All right, Kyle, is there anything else that you wanted me to cover today? War Raven, is there anything you're doing that we can come and take a look at?
I mean, dude, we've been grinding for 2 hours, so
Has it been 2
uh,
hours? Oh, good lord. Yeah.
I'm personally, just a FYI, I'm not sure if this is just my end or whatnot. For the update, I
Mhm.
did have some issues,
Yeah.
so I had to uninstall it and reinstall it in total. Just to give you a heads up.
Interesting. Okay. So it wasn't enough. Actually, when you went to the little gear icon in your launcher, did you
Hmm.
have, you had a new update and you were updating it, right?
Yep. It got all the way up to 100 files and then just stood there.
Hmm.
It kept on giving me the loading message, and then finally, after a while, it just said unable to upload, and then it wouldn't let me back in. So I uninstalled the game entirely, and then I'm going in. But just give you a heads up on that. Hopefully, it's just my end.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I apologize. And please, if that happens to you again in the future, I haven't looked at the channels while I've been streaming, but please call that out so that we can help you troubleshoot because I want to make sure that you get in as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's see, general, and yeah, and just call things out like that in bug hunters in the future, and we'll look into it immediately. Okay, general stage channel. Hello, everyone. I want to make sure that if there are any questions in this Twitch chat, I get them answered. Let's see.
You guys been hustling the last few months.
Yeah, man, we're working hard. We've got a lot coming still, but it's in a pretty good spot right now, I think. Our evening and blocks look nice. I love the cottage structures. Camera. Yep, talked about camera. 5.0. Oh, Maverick, thank you for calling out some of these. I wasn't seeing them in the Twitch chat. I appreciate it. Um, Treehouse of the cottage looks fire. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And Callum, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
No problem. Always good to see how things are going.
Yeah, man. We've got a lot of things coming, some of which you already know about in the coming next 2-3 months. But it's gonna be pretty intense. I mean, like one of the things that we're gonna do is like this cottage set coming in is a lot of fun. It definitely feels like it refreshes the building system for me, and I think it's probably gonna feel that way for a lot of other people. But it it's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got I think 4 more sets that we've already planned coming, and we've got a really good pipeline for them now. We've got huge performance updates coming tomorrow, and the bosses, and improvements to the tracking tray on the right-hand side, and of course the quest log HUD here. Actually, Callum, if you have any ideas for how to make this experience of using the tracking tray, the thing that I'm pulling out and moving there on the right-hand side, and the quest log HUD, I'd love to hear them because I want to make sure that people are able to use this properly. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to get hands on with it and have a look, but yeah.
Yeah. No, anytime you want to jump in, if you want me to tour you around any of the new stuff, just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, man.
Of course. Let's see. Anything else before we head out here?
I
Right,
want to be
I'm
able
gonna hop
to.
off.
Sounds good, man. Yeah.
All right.
Talk
guys
to you
take
later.
care.
Peace.
Hey,
Bye bye.
Anything else?
The forward dodge makes
Mhm.
me feel like I should be able to jump right through the giant square window.
It doesn't allow you to?
No, because it's still just a rolling forward animation. It's not it's not contextual to know that. Hey, I want to actually dodge jump through a window.
Here. Oh, I see what you mean. You want like a dedicated animation for it.
It would have been cool.
Gotcha.
Just
Can you
because it's just a giant window with no glass, I should be able to jump through it.
can you jump and roll through it already? Gemini, is that what you're saying? You can jump and roll through it?
I've tried. I've not been successful.
I'll check out the collisions there. Let me jump back to my fixed camera. Oh, yeah, I like this mode better for sure.
I think I'm gonna leave this shipping crate here.
Wait, what? What? Shipping crate?
I'm just gonna have a shipping crate here.
Oh no. He's imported some unauthorized assets.
No, I'm making an anachronism to go with. I'll probably get rid of it. It's just here, so maybe put it out back. Oh wait, I got a better idea. Hold on. Let me just delete the top of this, and instead of a shipping crate, I will make a dumpster.
Here, wait, I'm gonna take a good picture of your area as he hears it. Just a second. I think I already got the best picture, actually. Ooh, well, guys, it's been a lot longer than I thought it was. I thought we'd only been going for about an hour, but it's been 2. So I'm gonna... Alright. Well, we have an animation to look into. Thanks, Zed.
Oops. I always check it when I jump on. It's like, do I have my glowy back?
Yeah, we'll look into it. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for chilling here today for the last 2 hours. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the cottage pieces, and we've got a lot more coming. So, thank you, Gem.
She got the thing.
All right, guys. See you next Friday, and hope you have a great weekend and next week.
Yeah. Have a great week.
Cheers.
Have a nice one.